What I want to talk about today is why we are so consumed about buying unnecessary crap. Like, we live in a society where we are so dependent on consuming endless amounts of stuff, whether if it's through purchasing and impulse buying on Amazon, signing up for endless subscriptions, things that just continually drain our wealth. And I think it's time to really address that. Now is the time to really assess where we're spending our money in. Like, we're throwing our money in so many different directions. And not to mention, in 2025, the economy is so difficult right now. It's literally hard to find work these days. If you have a job, hold on to that stuff, because it's hard out here. It's hard to switch, or try to better yourself. Most people are just stuck in their job that they hate and they can't get out of it. So, but that's a topic for another day. What I really want to talk about is this overconsumption that we face in the United States. We have all these endless subscriptions. Impulse buying is a very common behavior now these days. And honestly, I think we need to become self-aware of the crap that we as Americans consume on a daily basis. It's just time to be aware of where your money is going. Do you need a Netflix subscription? Do you need that $7 coffee at Starbucks when you can brew your own coffee at home? And shopping wisely at the grocery store, even though that's getting difficult too. But the point that I'm making is, we kind of put ourselves in these troublesome financial traps unknowingly. And then at the end of the month, when you have to pay back your credit card, you're screwed. You're stuck with, mounting amounts of debt, and it's self-inflicted. That's the easy part. You can address this, and you could just, with a little bit of discipline, really start to assess what are your needs in your life and what are your wants. You need to prioritize your needs and not your wants. And I think addressing that point in your life, believe it or not, will really fix, I'd say, 80 to 90% of your financial problems right now. Is really assessing where your money is going at the end of the day. I think the best remedy in such a difficult economy is to live like a monk, to live on less than what you make. And if you can adopt that mindset, you can weather any economic storm. But I think it's something that's worth addressing, especially these days. That the fact that, we just live in such an overconsumed society. And because of this overconsumption, where people are just more than willing, to spend money on expensive things and not even think twice about it, it's sickening. And yeah, it's really time to get into the mindset of just living on less than you make. Not only are you going to feel better financially, but just being with less stuff and not overspending and just buying endless amounts of clutter, that's just another piece of material or thing that's just going to hold you down in life, versus just being simplistic minimalist, that's just going to make your life so much easier. But yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about that today, just how, like, with everything being so expensive, for cars, for example, buying a new car, have you seen the prices at dealerships these days? It's insane, because the thing is, people are more than willing to pay for those prices. And until people just stop spending money, and just spending on essential things, you're going to see those prices go down. That's if everyone adopts that mindset. Buy things that you need, not things that you want. Those are two important distinctions. But that's my 6-minute rant for today. Catch you on the next video.